Hi everyone, it's Rachel, and in this video I'm going to be showing you how to make a decorated monkey cupcake using polymer clay. So let's get started. To begin, I am taking the color of brown that I'm going to be making my monkey, as well as my cupcake base mold. If you don't have a cupcake base mold, I do have a tutorial on how to create a cupcake base without one, so I will leave that link down below in the description for you to check out. If you are going to be using a mold, place your brown clay inside and then trim off any excess off the top. We then want to take a ball of that same colour and flatten it down on our work surface slightly so that it creates a dome. This piece of clay is going to form the cake part of the cupcake, so go ahead and add this on top of the base which is still inside the mould. To add some texture, I'm going to be using my toothbrush, so if you're doing this you can just gently pat the clay all over so that it gives it a nice realistic cake-like texture. Next up, we are going to create the ears, so take 2 small balls of clay the same size and flatten each one between your fingers, and then you can pinch one end to create a teardrop shape. Once you have done that, you can then also texture the ears the same way as you did the cake part, just so that they match, and don't forget to also flip them over and texture the back as well. For the center of the ear, you can create some more teardrop shapes with a different color. Here you can see that I have gone for a light tan or a vanilla color, and once I placed those on, I then trimmed off the pointed ends so that I had a flat surface to work with, and then I connected these onto the bare cupcake. To make sure that the ears stay nice and secure, you can blend down the edges with one of your tools. To create the lighter part of the monkey's face, I have taken some more of that light tan color and I'm flattening an oval down on my work surface. To give it some shape, I started off by adding a little cut with my blade, and then I am trimming out some small triangles, almost trying to make the top of the oval look like a heart. Gently remove this clay from your work surface and then you can position it onto the monkey cupcake in the center. We're now going to move on to the face, so firstly create 2 indents where you would like the eyes to go, and then you can add in 2 balls of black or dark brown clay for the eyes. Attach on a thin piece of black clay in the center for the little mouth part, and then you can also add a nose. To finish off the face, I attached on 2 small balls of pink clay on either side for the cheeks, and then I added some little white pieces of clay as well for the light reflections. Now moving on to all the cupcake decorations, I'm going to begin by creating the cream or the frosting to go on top. So to do this, I have taken my star piping tip and some white polymer clay, which I'm just lightly coating with some corn flour to prevent it from sticking to the sides of the piping tip. If you are using a piping tip for your frosting, you can then go ahead and push your clay through until you have enough to work with. Trim off any excess, and then to give it a nice swirly texture, you then just want to twist the clay all the way along. For the banana, take some yellow coloured clay rolled into a ball, and then you want to roll this on your work surface so that the 2 ends become pointed and the middle part still remains quite wide. So you can do this by rolling each end of the clay and making sure that you apply more pressure than you do in the middle. Once you've rolled it on your work surface and it's kind of as far as you can get it into a banana shape, you can then pick it up and gently continue to form it with your fingers, also bending it so that it has that nice banana shape. For the scoop of ice cream, I'm connecting a ball of clay to the end of my acrylic roller, and that's just so that I can easily move it around and manipulate it. I firstly took my needle tool and I'm just dragging down some of the clay to the bottom of the ball, and then I'm using the end of my needle tool to texture that part of the clay just by swirling it around. If you would like to make your ice cream scoop have some chocolate chips, you can go ahead and take some pre-baked pieces of brown clay and then just pat them on the outside of the ice cream. Then go ahead and add some texture to the top of the ice cream using a ball of foil. To create the chocolate drizzle or the sauce on my cupcake, I'm going to be using my pre-made mixture of liquid clay and brown polymer clay, which I store in this paint container. Start off by adding this to the top of your cupcake between the monkey's ears and try to shape it so it looks like the sauce has started to drizzle down each side. You'll then want to take the frosting that we made before and shape it or twist it into a circle, firstly on your work surface. Then you can use your blade to trim off the excess parts and use a dotting tool or a ball tool to join the ends together. Now you can place the cream in the center of your chocolate drizzle and then also add the banana in the center of the cream. I then decided to also add some chocolate drizzle to my banana. So here I am adding it with my needle tool, and again I'm giving it that dripping drizzly look. Finally, you can go ahead and position your little ice cream scoop on top of the banana, and then if you would like to make your monkey cupcake design into a charm, go ahead and add an eye pin. At this point, it's time to remove our monkey cupcake from the mold, and you want to do this really carefully. As you can see, I did accidentally knock the banana off the top of mine, so I did go ahead and add that back on before then baking the clay in my oven according to my package's instructions. After baking, take some super glue and you can use this to secure the eye pin inside the clay. So remove the eye pin, add a little bit of super glue on the end and then push it back in. Finally, I'm glazing the whole charm with some UV resin to make it look nice and shiny and also give it a layer of protection. So here is what the finished monkey cupcake looks like. It's always a lot of fun to make cupcakes because you can change up the animal or the designs and the toppings on top. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel for lots more crafty videos, and I will see you next time. Bye guys!